Hello and welcome to another episode of Blast Arcaded Playing. Today we are playing another game of We Played God from Blacksite Studios, and this one is called, let me check, The Housing Block. So there are scavenge tokens in here and here. There's 2 in each, because that's what I rolled. A major victory is getting all of them. A minor victory is getting half. There's a lot of open ground and a big Cerato, I think it's called, and a Therizino. These are dinosaurs I'm just not that familiar with. That one has hair. So anyway, we will go to turn 1. All right, here we are at turn 1, and I don't know. Nothing's gonna be good because there's too much open ground. So we're gonna hug terrain, and as a cover. Oh, you know what? We've got this set up a little wrong, because there should be a slight path down here to go down according to the picture. So we're gonna just slide that over because we're gonna use that path. Okay. That's the first turn for me. Then we go to the dinosaurs' turn, and we check out them dinosaurs. Is the Therizino grazing? When the dinosaur begins its turn with no carnivores or survivors within 6, it grazes. It's gonna graze. And then this one, I'm gonna find out what grazing is again. And when a dinosaur begins its turn within 5 of a body token, I don't think it's within 5 of these bodies, no. And there are no survivors within 6 in LOS, it feeds. Okay, so it's not going to feed. So we need to roll to see if it's aggressive or passive. And we need a D4. It is more than half. It is... Oh no, aggression is D6. Sorry. It is passive. Now we roll the D4. Passive. 2. It moves its speed toward the center of the table. It gains an aggravated token. Okay, well, it's already at its speed. So it's aggravated. Which means it'll be aggravated next turn. And then we just got to find out what grazing does. Okay, we're at the next turn, so... I guess the plan is to try to get these guys somehow over here. Or maybe I can use them to distract. And then, like, get these guys to do things. I don't know. It's not going to be easy. Oh, gosh. I just don't know what to do. I'm definitely moving the wrong people the wrong way. He's going to move 6 this way. My mistake was moving this guy too far. I should have kept him closer. Okay. These guys won't be in line of sight if they hug the building. They can, like, get in just barely. This one can get in. But, like, literally at the door. And then this one won't be able to, so we'll move her to the edge instead so she stays out of line of sight. Okay, that's my turn. So he's going to be grazing again. We got to find out what he's going to do because he's not going to feed. And he's aggravated, so he's going to get a +2. He doesn't have anybody in line of sight, and he doesn't have any... there's no sound tokens, so he is going to get a +1, sorry, to his aggression roll. So, well, let's move that little weirdo first back there. 5. He does turn and move 2. So he's just like moving basically the same way. So then aggression for the Serato. 1 + 2. No, he's passive. And we roll the d4. It's a 3, which is, I think, the same thing we just had. 3. It moves half its speed towards the nearest survivor. Half its speed towards the nearest survivor in line of sight? Or just half its speed towards the nearest survivor no matter what? If that's the case, then it moves 4 this way. Which is not ideal. Okay. So that would be the end of the turn. All right, next turn. I think we have to move this guy away and start focusing on this building. I think I have. Oh God! I always hit the trees, and then stuff falls off them. Okay. Nothing is going to happen here. This guy's going to move just around the corner. Where is he? Okay. So they are staying there because obviously this is not good. Okay, so he would go first and he's going to be close enough to feed. So feed. When the dinosaur begins its turn within 5 of the body token, there are no survivors within 6 and LOS at feed. So he moves here and he eats that lady's body on the ground. And then that would be the end of the turn. Nope. The Therizano has to go. And that's simply rolling a random direction. It's the same way. Would move 2, so it just points that way. And yeah, that's the end of the turn. Okay, next turn. So while this guy's back is turned, she's going to move inside the building and hide. He will not be able to make it, or he would just be able to make it into the doorway. So we're gonna, we can do this. We can move this guy up. He just gets in the door. Okay. What does he do? He just moves this way towards the back of the building. All right. He would go. There's no one in line of sight. There's no bodies, so he's going to roll his aggression. No one's made any sound. He lost that aggression token before. D6. He's aggressive with a 5. So we roll a D4. It's a 2. And for a 2, it lunges towards the nearest survivor or herbivore within line of sight and its speed. If it ends within range, it attacks. No. If there are no valid targets, it moves its speed toward a random direction. After this remove, roll its instinct again. If there are still no valid targets, it bellows into the sky. All survivors gain a stress token. Okay. So we're going to roll a random direction. Let's get a random pointy dice. This way. So it goes like here. I mean, we could probably make it go further just for the sake of gaming. And then it rolls its instinct again. 2 again. There's still no valid target. So it just yells up into the sky and gives everybody a... what is the other side? Stress token. Which is just what we need. Okay. Another guy in there too. So we went, he went. The Therizano has to go, which has been doing absolutely nothing. It grazes, so it moves 2 in a random direction. Moves 2 that way. That's the end of the turn. All right, next turn. We're going to do a scavenge action with our one patron, which is named Stu, and his scavenge is D6. So we just have to get 4, 5, or 6. We get a 6, so he scavenges, and then we roll to see what item we got on a D6, and our item is 3. Low access security card. Okay, we'll add that to our hopes and dreams chest. This guy now has this. I gotta remember that. He's gonna move up. He is stressed. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. Maybe that didn't happen because we have to roll twice and take the lowest. No, that's a 6-2. So we still got it. So then that makes him lose his stress token. Because on the next test you have a disadvantage if you have stress. The the staff member has, where is he? Where's old staffy member? There he is. He has a scavenge of D6 plus 1. So we have to roll 2, take the lowest. It doesn't matter because it's a 4 and a 5, so we get it no matter what. And then we're going to check what he gets. Now he gets any scavenge tokens on the survivor carries at the end of the game are converted into 2 supplies instead of 1. So we're going to roll to see what item he picks up. He's got a 3, which is it a low security staff card again? Yeah, that's wonderful. What are we just getting staff cards for? Anyway, he gets to get rid of this. Stress. So we have half of them now. So we could get a minor victory and leave. Do we want to try to get over here is the question. I mean, we can maybe try. I don't know. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have this guy distract. So he's going to throw out a noise token, which apparently is a knife right now. 2 inches from him, this way. And then the dinosaurs are all going to react. If the Serato could be turned to gain LOS on a survivor, turn it and move it 8 towards the survivor. If the Serato could not gain LOS, it moves 6 in a random direction. So this is not going to go the way I want. It's just this way. So he would just move more over here, which is not helping me get across this gap. But then the Therizino does something too. The dinosaur moves 6 inches towards the nearest survivor or carnivore if after this move it has a valid target it attacks. 6. It does not have a valid target, but it is in the line of sight. Yeah. No, we're good. Dinosaur moves 6 towards the nearest survivor or carnivore. If after this move it has a valid target, it attacks. No. But then for his next action, he's just going to move 3, which just puts him like right here. He still is stressed. Okay. The doctor didn't go. The doctor is going to rest. To get rid of that. And then just move closer to the door. Okay, that's fine. Now we go with these. The Therizano's closer, so we're going to do that first. There is a noise token on the table. When the dinosaur begins its turn, if there are no carnivore survivors within 6, it grazes. Okay, well then it grazes, which means it goes in a random direction. 2 inches. It can't really do that unless it hops this fence, so we'll just say it goes here. So then the Serato, I don't know if I'm saying it right. There's no one in line of sight, so that's okay. There's a sound token on the board, though, so we're going to roll to see if it is aggressive. It gets a +1. It is a 6. Is that a 6? Yep. He's aggressive. We'll roll a d4 to find out what he does. It's a 1. It lunges towards the nearest survivor or herbivore within the line of sight, and its speed. If it ends within range, it attacks. Nope. If there are no valid targets, it moves the speed towards a random direction. Oh, okay. Now it's going to go this way. 8. It's going to go like here. And after this move, roll instinct again. Oh, yeah. 4. It caught a scent. It moves its speed towards the nearest survivor or herbivore. If it ends within range, it attacks. It would move its speed towards the door, but it can't get in the door. So if it can't get in the door, so this is not going to be a valid target. Would it then head towards the herbivore instead? I think it would just move towards the door and then forfeit its attack. Or would it head towards the herbivore? This is closest, so let's do it that way. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that's where we're at, and that is the turn. So next turn. Now we are in a bit of trouble because there's a doorway between us and that Serato, if that's what's called. Serato. Doesn't matter. What it should be called is Teeth right now. So we have to go. He's gonna throw out a sound token. This guy here. Throw a sound token 2 inches this way. Now, Serato's closest, so it moves 6 in a random direction. Okay, so it moves 6. Yeah. So it just moves to the edge of the board and stares off into the bushes. This is still not great. That guy goes, and he reacts. Dinosaur moves 6 toward the nearest survivor or carnivore. If after it moves it is a valid target, it attacks. It does not attack. It would kind of move this way, but the fence is there, so it's going to move 6 along the fence. And then I don't even want to move him now, because I was going to move him this way. Now I know there's no way I'm going to move him. So he just stays there and recovers. So he loses his stress. Now the dinosaurs would go because, just to save actions, we'll just move these guys closer to the door. So that the time comes to run, they can run. So now the dinosaurs go. This one is closest. So we roll to see if he's aggressive. And we add a 1 to that because there is a sound token on the board. He's aggressive. Roll our 4. He catches our scent and runs towards the nearest survivor again, which is here. So he's just frustrated he can't get in that door. Then we go to the Therizano. There's nobody within line of sight. So he moves a random direction. 2. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into a dino fight, maybe. Yeah. Hopefully not right in front of the door. Okay. That'd be the end of the turn. Okay, next turn. There's really just not much we can do with the dinosaur pounding at the door. So they all kind of skip their turn. I'm going to attempt to move this guy closer. I don't know if this is a mistake or not. Let's move him here. I'm not going to move his full distance. Jeez. This sound token is gone from last turn. Okay. Time to go. He rolls his aggression. He's closest, I guess. He is aggressive. He rolls a 1, 2, 3, or 4 here. He rolls a 2, which is lunges towards the nearest survivor or herbivore within line of sight. It can't do that. So it rolls or moves its speed in a random direction. And then it attacks. It's going to attack this guy. It's dinosaur fight, baby. And then it attacks. We haven't done a dinosaur attack yet. Okay. So we roll the attack on the dinosaur. He's got a d6 plus 1. It is a 6. Yep. So he hits. And his hazard is 2 hazard dice. So this is on a 4 or 5, it's 1 hit. On a 6, it's 2 hits. That is 3 and 3. It's no hits. So it's close call. The close call, the target gains 2 stress. It wouldn't. Stun, tranquilize, no. Oh. And a stun tranquilize token. It is moved 2 inches in a random direction. If it collides with the train, they would gain a wound. Random direction. Oh, sorry, wrong dice. No, it would just collide with him. Because it moves 3 this way, but it's not going to because it would collide with him. And it gains a tranquilize token. So let's find out what that does. Okay, so tranquilized dinosaur basically does nothing. So he would get a tranquilize token, which we'll say is just this for the second. And then it would be removed at the end of his activation where he does nothing. So they just stay there. Anyway, that would be the end of... Okay, next turn. Here's the question. Do we risk going out and trying to get over here? Because 6 is like here. Or 6 is like... yeah, it's like here. Let's do it. With you. You go. Oh, although you have a token. We really don't want to lose that. This guy's going to move up to the edge. And this guy... honestly, we're going to stay for now, but we want to make sure he can just go off the board after. So we'll just move him closer to the door. So he's ready to bolt afterwards. Then we're going to go to the dinosaur turns. Cerato's going to go first because he's closest. I don't know what he would roll for his aggression because he's just like right there. So yeah, it starts engaged carnivore, so he just attacks. So he attacks for d6 plus 1. And he gets a 4, so it's a 5, so he definitely hits. And then he rolls 2 hazard dice. Got a 1, which is nothing, and then he got a 5, which is 1 wound. So the Cerato is hurt. So Cerato has 3 wounds. Therizano has 3 wounds, so he is hurt. So a herbivore will just move his aggressive speed away, which is 8 away. So that means we're out in the open there. 8 is far. He bolted. Okay, that would be the end of the turn. Okay, next turn. Good grief. It's not good. So let's get these guys 6 and 6. So let's get him. We're gonna see what happens and then decide whether or not we're just gonna be like, all right, it's time to go. He stays there. We're gonna hold on to these guys just in case for now. He's gonna stay there. This guy has this token. Dinosaurs go. He's still gonna go first. He can see the herbivore. So he gets, I guess, I don't know if he would get a +1 to it or not, but we'll find out if he's aggressive or passive. He's aggressive. Rolls his D4. It's a 2, which I believe means he just heads toward, lunges towards the nearest survivor or herbivore within LOS and its speed. If it ends within range, it attacks. Yeah, it definitely attacks. The herbivore. He's just like chasing him down, and he's gonna, do what dinosaurs do. His attack is a D6 +1. No, it's a 3. No attack, but there is a close call. And that means he gains a Tranquilize token, which means you put this token on him, he would go to do his turn, he does nothing instead. Boom. That's the end of the turn. We might actually be able to get some stuff here. Okay, so the next turn is we're going to get 6. Just here. To here, knock over the fence, skirt this corpse. He's gonna go just here in case we want to throw a distract token around the corner. Okay, move. He's still in there. Dinosaur turn. What's his name gets to go first, but because he's closest, and he just attacks, which we now know. And he hits. What does he do for damage? He does 1. Though Therizano's now down to 2. And he moves 8 inches away. That's his turn. So he's just like trucking. He's like, that's enough. Okay. That's the end of the turn. That's a quick one. Great. Okay, next turn. These guys are both going inside here. Take the roofs off. 6 here. And he can get within 3. Which means he still has an action. And his action is going to be to try to scavenge that. I believe his scavenge is 6. Yes, 6. Got it. Wonderful. What item do we get? A 5. Ooh, a neural stimulant. So we'll find out what that does one day. Oh, these tokens are both his now. Okay. They moved. He went. This guy moved back here a little bit, I think. Or, no, I think it was last turn. Either way. We're going to take our staff member. And he's going to walk out and leave the board. Because I think we're close. Things could go terribly wrong, but whatever. He survives and he takes one with him, which actually means it counts as 2 because that's his kind of ability. Dinosaurs go. Move these wound tokens. Dinosaurs go. He would roll for aggression. He's passive. You get a +1 to it. No, he's still passive because he was a 2. So what's his passive? 2. I feel like that's the first time he's been passive this whole time. It moves its speed toward the center of the table and gains an aggravated token. Yep. This is not good. This is no good. Okay, he would go. There's no one within line of sight, so he would graze and move in a random direction. Move towards the dinosaur. No. He basically just bumps up against the wall, grazes. So that's the end of the turn. Next turn. Okay. This guy has his 2 tokens. He just heads out and trundles off the board. It's amazing. I actually brought him to be killed in case I needed someone to be sacrificed. The doctor's going to try and grab that. Doctor scavenges D8. Oh, I swear to God, if we don't get it. Oh, we got it with an 8. Awesome. Okay. And we roll to see what she gets. 5. That's another neural stimulant. I really wanted to get 6 because it's a classified entry. So then she just moves 3 this way. So the next turn she's ready to go. I feel like I'll wait. We only got like one more turn, hopefully. Dinosaurs are going to go. He goes first. He has an aggravated token, which means we're finding out how aggravated he is. +1 to this. Yep, that's a 6. So he's very ticked off. D4, it's a 1. It lunges towards the nearest survivor or herbivore within LOS. There's no one. And speed, if it ends in range of attacks. So now it doesn't do that, so now it moves in a random direction. Random direction where? This way. Moves its speed in a random direction. Okay. It used that. So then it moves Roll Instincts again. This is how they keep it moving around the board. It caught a scent. It moves its speed towards the nearest survivor or herbivore if it ends within range it attacks. That's him. No! Should have moved him off. Okay, so he attacks. First thing I get to do with the trainer is find out if strength test, if I pass, there's no effect. His strength is a D6. So on a 4, 5, or 6, there's no, hold on. On a 4, 5, or 6, there's no attack. I still have to do a close call though. He got a 3. So he gets attacked. But he could still fail the attack though, right? Dinosaur fails the attack. It's a 6. He definitely gets the attack. Okay. Roll low. Roll low. Roll low. It is a 3, which is nothing, and a 5, which is 1 hit. My trainer has a health of 2. Yeah. So he's got 1 hit. So now everything he would do for the rest of the game is treated as though he's stressed. What does this guy do back here? He just rolls in a random direction 2 inches. He just goes that way again towards the wall. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. Okay, so we would go to the last turn. Last turn's super simple. He just goes, oh Lord, and falls into the bushes and hides and leaves. He's hurt. I believe that means he cannot participate in the next mission. And the doctor uses her actions to just leave the board. And we survive. And we get a major victory. But the trainer's upset. He's a little cocky, being all that training stuff. Major reward. One survivor that held a scavenge token at the end of the game gains an additional grit. So that's actually all of them had one. No, the trainer didn't. And we get to roll on the item table again. Ooh, I wonder if it'll be a neural stimulant or a low axis security card. It's a 6. Which means we have a classified entry, which I will do. And it is a spoiler alert. If you don't want to watch this, then please don't watch it. We're going to do it now. Okay, so you got your spoiler warning. Here is the classified entry. A photo of a young family, mom, dad, and little girl. The dad is wearing a ginseng shirt. Ginseng? It doesn't matter. A note next to it says, "Babe, I don't know what to do. Why won't you answer your phone? People are saying there was an incident during the storm and the power's been out. Dawn said they have a generator, so I'm going to take June down there. Meet me there. I love you." It's just a story. It's just a big story, you know? So there you go. That was the game of We Played God. The housing district, I think it was called. The housing block. You know, we ran around dinosaurs for a while, and then one of them chomped on our trainer's arm. So it was pretty good. I'd like to thank all of you for watching today. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys have a great rest of your day. Go play.